The Eagles had themselves yet another strong draft. Obviously, also training for Grenard was big. As a Vikings fan, I feel a little bit fleeced, but at the same time, it's good for the Eagles. They were able to get something done there. But that being said, we need to go over the entire recap from the Philadelphia Eagles draft. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starts at the top here. Obviously, Makai Lemon is the all-true sign that, well, it's probably over for A.J. Brown, and he's going to be traded to the Patriots at any point now. So Makai Lemon there at 20. Dude is a flippin' stud. He's going to do some really big things for the Eagles, and I think he's going to be a really good playmaker for them in the long run. Eli Stowers, the tight end coming up at a Vanderbilt, excuse me. So fantastic run after the catch type tight end, and definitely can take care of business too as a blocker. 62 for 769 and 4 tutties last year for Villanova. And or Vanderbilt, excuse me. Good Lord, Golden Vanderbilt. I think he's going to be a guy that probably is not the main focal point tight end for the first year or two, because obviously Dallas Goedert's a stud representing South Dakota, but it's only a matter of time before Stowers takes over. Markell Bell, to me, might actually end up being the steal of the draft, because when you talk about no sacks allowed, his size with what he can do in space, yeah, his wingspan, he's going to be a replacement for Lane Johnson potentially, or maybe on the left side there. So we'll see what happens, but Mark Bell is a fantastic pickup as well. Now, Cole Payton, what is it with the Eagles and quarterbacks from North Dakota State? I'll never understand it. But Payton last year for the Bison, 2,719 passing yards, 16 tutties, only 4 interceptions, and added 700 yards on the ground, as well as 13 rushing touchdowns. I mean, he's at least going to be a project. I know they got Andy Dalton. They've got Tanner McKee, who's in the last year of his contract. So it's going to be interesting to see, where he lands. Maybe they trade McKee. Maybe they hold on to Dalton. I don't know. But Payton's going to have an opportunity to compete, and I think he fits in nicely with this offense as well. Micah Morris, the tackle/guard coming up out of Georgia. 803 snaps last year for the Bulldogs. No sacks allowed, 83.7 PFF pass blocking grade. The Eagles seem to get more production out of their middle to later offensive linemen, and yeah, I think Morris is going to be the latest example of that. Again, at the very least, all he's going to do is just provide you with a ton of value. Cole Wisniewski coming up, safety out of Texas Tech, mainly an in-the-box safety, 6'4", 220, 230 around there, but he's probably going to be a guy that stays on the bench for this year, because the Eagles actually do have a good amount of, I don't want to say it like a good amount, but they got some depth as far as the safety position goes. So I do think there could be a Wisniewski. He could have himself a little bit of an opportunity to get playing time, as well as maybe start down the line, but we'll have to see how that goes. So Uar Bernard, by the way, this is fun. This guy is like 6'3", 307, runs a 4.6. That's right, you heard me right, a 4.6. It should be illegal for that much weight to be moving at that fast. And yes, he's never played a down of football in his life, but I mean, it could be interesting. He's explosive. He's fast. He's strong. He's agile. Like, it could be interesting to see what he does as an international pathway player, so he doesn't count against the 53, I don't believe. So, I mean, it's just interesting. Let's put it that way. Maybe if you teach him a little bit of technique, some things could definitely go his way. And then Keyshawn James-Newby coming up out of New Mexico. This one is fun too. So 52 total tackles last year. Also 15 tackles for loss, 9 sacks. To me, this one is the most interesting one, because you take these later round guys to see what they can do, because they've got a lot of physical traits. They maybe they had an injury or whatever it is. But I mean, KJN is going to be pretty interesting to watch, because yes, the Eagles do have themselves a plethora of pass rushers, especially after the addition of Grenard. But this is a toolkit that you can work with, and I think you can do some really good things. So I really like what the Eagles did in the draft. They didn't necessarily reach for any guys. They traded away for Grenard, and overall they made some good calls here. So I think it's going to work out in their favor. But overall, let us know what you guys think about the latest Philadelphia Eagles full 2026 draft recap. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.